This is the Second Chance at Health podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brad Hassig. Come join me as we remove confusion from the hottest health topics by discussing the latest research, along with what we've seen with thousands of our patients and amongst our community, family, friends, and people all over the nation and world. Let's dig in. What if the true fountain of youth wasn't found in a bottle or a fad, but in a God-designed path to healing, wholeness, and vitality? Welcome to the Second Chance at Health podcast. I'm Dr. Brad Hassig, a chiropractor and functional health expert. Today's episode number 33 is Unlocking God's Blueprint for Youthful, Natural Healing. We're going to talk about how faith, lifestyle, and functional health intersect to help you look, feel, and live decades longer. So today's scripture is Proverbs 3, verse 7 and 8. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. So why is it that aging isn't the enemy? Aging is inevitable. But decay of your body, of your systems, of your function, of your vitality are not. There's many signs of aging: brain fog, fatigue, joint pain, weight gain. Those are all signs of dysfunction, but not just of age. So God's design is restorative, not degenerative. Those are two polar opposite things. Functional medicine reveals how cellular renewal, hormone balance, detoxification, and nervous system support can reverse biological aging markers. So God's blueprint for natural healing follows several different things. The first thing is going to be a faith-based foundation. Healing begins in your spirit. We're in 21 days of prayer right now. As I'm filming this at Church of the Highlands here in Birmingham, or in the Southeast, I guess, in general. But healing with the Spirit is with trust, with surrender, and with obedience. A lot of times it's shedding, growth through removing things, shedding things. And a lot of times it's shedding and surrendering yourself. So embrace rest, gratitude, and connection with God through prayer, through quiet time, through obedience, to get that restorative rest that you need. The next thing is going to be your nervous system reset. A lot of times as chiropractors, that's what we're looking for with that. Chiropractic adjustments are going to remove nervous system interference. We use the activator method in our office. It's a handheld instrument. For those of you that are not familiar with it, that is what myself and my wife, Dr. Lori Hassig, that's what we're known for. Here in Birmingham, we've both been doing this for almost a quarter century each. And so between the two of us, you got like 50 years of experience of doing this. So the activator method enhances energy, organ function, and healing. And it's nice because for people that are intimidated or worried about the twisting, popping, cracking, especially of the neck, we don't do that. It's all done by the instrument. And we're able to do things with infants, even with athletes. I've had very, very large multiple NFL offensive linemen in our office, but then anything down to infants, baby, 3 days old. Several trips to the hospital we've made with instruments to do that. So that's how important that is to enhance, the energy, organ function, and healing. Then you're going to look the next step. You're going to look into functional nutrition and cellular health. You've got to heal the gut. This is something we've been discussing about in my podcast. And also check out TikTok. I've got under carnivore. You can look at that, the Carnivore Doctor. You can also look every Thursday. I do at 12:15 Central Time. I do a Facebook Live, and I talk about different supplements, different ways that you can use supplementation to try and enhance your health. So you've got to heal the gut, balance hormones, detoxification, which leads to cellular renewal. There's different supplements that I've discussed in my Facebook Lives. You can go to our Facebook page and see those. Standard Process has Catalin, Neurotrophin PMG, Zypan, Olprima, that support cellular vitality. And then we also use another company called Cellcore, which is amazing for gut health, but it's energy and drainage, detox, your gut, immune system to reverse the toxic aging patterns. So what are some of the different youthful habits that you can use for renewal? Well, the first thing and go back, listen to different episodes, and I'm talking about morning and evening routines. They are so important. Get set in those things. It doesn't have to be elaborate. As a matter of fact, it's better if it's not. Get back to the basics of doing those things. If you've been doing them and you've gotten away from them, get started. If you've never done that, go back, check out those episodes with morning and evening routines. Share those with people because the basics are the best. Still are. They're proven over years and years and years. So movement and sun exposure. Just get out and move. Walk. We haven't had a ton of sun right now, but get out, grounding. Get your bare feet in the grass. Get out in the sun. Go play with your dog. Play with your kids. Just set out, listen to the birds. Do something. Get outside and get some of that natural energy and healing. Eating clean food. That's something we've gone over there a lot. Decrease how much processed food you're consuming, especially ultra processed foods. You need deep sleep. That's something. Make sure you're getting quality sleep. Make sure you're going to sleep at the same time. Go back and listen to some of the different episodes that I've done talking about sleep and good, healthy sleep habits and choosing peace over panic. God did not design us to be anxious. So many times in the Bible, it says, no, it's one of the most commonly repeated phrases in the Bible is don't fear. Have no fear. And so choose that peace over panic. And then try to avoid the aging triad: inflammation, stagnation, and toxicity. So inflammation is, you look at somebody that's type 2 diabetic and, I'm sorry, in most of these cases, it's lifestyle. It's people that are eating junk. They're not moving. And their bodies become toxic. And you start to have all of the symptoms, the cardiovascular issues. You're more prone to infection, arthritis. All these different degenerative conditions are going to be made worse with that. So watch the aging triad: inflammation, stagnation, and toxicity. So, oftentimes people will tell me, hey, you look a lot younger than what you are. They're shocked when they hear my age. I get that. I think of my dad. My dad used to get that all the time, and he loved it. He used to love to get his wallet out and show him his driver's license so that they could see, how old he actually was. But it's not a vanity thing. Genes help for sure. My dad also worked out a lot. I've talked about this before. Love my dad, miss my dad. Worked out, consistently, over the years, was always doing something, always had some movement, which was great. Pass that on to us. But it's not a vanity thing. It's vitality through stewardship. These are our temples. This is what God has given us to take care of. And the better we take care of it, the more vitality we will be blessed with. So, there's some different throughout the years while I've been in practice and even before I got into practice, I would always look, you're looking for mentors. And if you don't have mentors, you need some. Everybody needs mentors. But I would always look at people, if I was in my 20s, I was looking at people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. What are they doing? The ones that were thriving. What are they doing in their lives? And it was always amazing to see the common denominator was being useful, is using what you have. And whether that's exercise, using your body physically, mentally, they were engaged. Somebody may have retired, but they were a consultant in an area, or they're volunteering, they're serving, they're using the skills that God has blessed them with, that they've acquired over time, wisdom that they've gained to share with others. So you're staying active, but it was healthy diets. None of these people were heavy drinkers. None of these people were constantly eating, sugar, eating cakes, cookies, pasta all the time. There was moderation. There wasn't a specific diet per se. Now I have some feelings on which diets I think are, and science backs this up. There's a lot of research on it now, can back up anti-inflammatory types of diets, that will definitely help you look and feel younger. But it was, if nothing else, if somebody says, I'm just not going to change, moderation, take it and cut in half. In a lot of cases, people could really cut things in half of what they're eating, and they would feel a lot better. You can age youthfully. if you use God's natural, practical tools, we were created to thrive, not just survive. But so much of what people that were in this world, this high anxiety, this high stress world, we're thinking about us and we're thinking about acts. Even very, very well-intentioned, strong faith Christian people, I see a lot of things, and I'm by far from perfect. I am a work in progress. I always will be. I have a growth mindset. I want to improve. I fall. I get back up. I make mistakes. I try and learn from them. I sin. I wrong somebody. I ask for forgiveness, and you have to be quick to forgive with those things. Don't hold on to those things, what you've done or what you've had done to you as well. But that's how you thrive and not just survive. So these are some great things. These are some great practical tools that we can try and give you. I'm going to have more on this. This topic is something hit down the road. We're going to be looking at, there's some different book ideas and things that I'm looking to do to kind of put a more detailed version of all of this. This is probably the top topic that I get asked about, is just this health, vitality, youthfulness, that people are wanting, this vibrance. People are tired of just surviving and just getting along. And so I'm hearing what people are saying. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the title of this topic. Could potentially end up being a potential book title, Unlocking God's Blueprint for Youthful Natural Healing. Let me know your thoughts on that. Leave some comments on that. So, scripture reminder, Psalms 103 verse 5 says, He fills my life with good things. My youth is renewed like the eagles. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis or a crisis to begin healing. Sometimes that can be too late. The first sign of a heart attack, oftentimes, or heart issues, could be death. So let's not wait that long. Start today. This is your second chance at health, just like what I've had with my podcast. So please like this. Go ahead and do it right now. Just hit the like on this. Subscribe, share. Please leave comments. Follow this for more episodes on faith-based healing. Please tell your friends about this. Share this information. This is my passion. This is how I can share what I've learned with you and also with others. If you have any questions, feel free. You can schedule consultations with me where you can get personalized care and instruction. I do everything, for those that aren't aware, by Zoom or FaceTime. So I'm able to actually have consultations. I have people all over the country that I work with. And we can order up lab testing if you have any specific questions about things. I can get you customized plans. We can find out where you're at, what your goals are, where you might be struggling, diet, workout, faith, routines, getting into those. So let me know if you have any of those questions, any of the supplements that I've discussed, or any things that if you ever have questions, you can go to our website, HassigChiropractic.com, under nutrition. You can order things. We either have them in our office or you can order those online. So if you've enjoyed this, like I said, please share this with friends. Until next time, take care.